If you've been on the VR scene of YouTube recently, then you've definitely seen the game Arken Age. Some of the biggest VR creators, Happy147 and Virtual Bro, both released sponsored videos praising the game just in time for the Quest 3 port's release. It's pretty genius marketing, but it didn't really sit right with me. In their videos, they say their opinions haven't been influenced by the money, but come on, these guys are bound to butter up the game at least a tiny bit. So I caved into their marketing and decided to get the game myself. I'll tell you in this video my unbiased opinion and judge if the game's actually worth your money without getting into spoilers. Let's talk about it. The biggest selling point here seems to be the amazing and smooth combat system with swords, pistols and sick-ass shotguns. All bundled together in a physics-based world that's the next Boneworks. Let's unpack that. First of all, we get the sword. It's pretty self-explanatory. Everything is physics-based, and plastering this on the marketing instantly gave me flashbacks to Boneworks, where the melee felt clunky, unsatisfying, and as a whole not very fun. It's pretty much the same deal in Arken Age. The swords just bounce off the enemies, there is absolutely no slicing damage, you pretty much have to stab or manage to cut off a limb or head, which is inconsistent. When it goes right, when all the stars align and you hit a clean combo, I'll admit it feels amazing. You can knock enemies over and finish them off satisfyingly, but when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You just flail around and the highly telegraphed enemy attacks seemingly just go through your shield when you try to block. There's a stealth system here where you can sneak up on enemies and quietly take them out. When the guards don't have armor, the stealth really works and is really cool for a VR game. You get behind them and instantly kill them. When they do have armor, it kind of takes away the whole point of the stealth. You stab one of these guys with armor and they just turn around and fight you. The guns in the game just feel really weak. You can dump an entire pistol mag into some lowly soldier's head and they just run up to you with a sword and slice you up. The shotgun is better, but the damage drop off from a distance makes it feel weak too. Usually one shot isn't enough to kill a guard, it'll just knock them over. When they're knocked, you want to run over as quickly as possible before they get up. This is nearly impossible to pull off though, as when you fire the shotgun, it gives your whole body recoil backwards and you pretty much stand in place for a second. By then the guy is already up and shooting back at you. So you shoot again and he gets knocked over, but you can't finish him as you're stuck. This is the most glaring flaw when it came to ranged combat. You really have to get close for the shotgun to feel good. Don't get me wrong, it still can definitely feel amazing to use. Headshots usually kill in one hit, and the recoil can actually be used to your advantage. If you aim down and fire as you jump, you can reach higher places to clamber up, and it feels great to pull off. I imagine the speedrun potential of this game is quite high. I'm excited to check out the runs in the future when the movement gets more developed. Without getting into spoilers, the game is about your journey as an immortal being untethered by death in a dystopian, futuristic fantasy world with cool tech that's been integrated with plant life. It's pretty much futuristic Elden Ring. It's a really cool aesthetic in my opinion. All of the other reviews feel the need to include the fact that the game is physics based. It's really turned into a buzzword recently. I feel that most VR games that come out nowadays fall under this umbrella. The physics in Arken Age aren't anything groundbreaking. I've heard this game referred to as the next Boneworks. In terms of story, sure. Arken Age's story is closer to Boneworks than your Blade and Sorceries and your job simulators, but the physics aren't even close. Boneworks' physics are leagues above Arken Age. The former just doesn't feel right. Everything feels either way too heavy, like the weapons that sway and have great recoil, or too light, like the crates when you try to stand on them. It's closer to sport mode than Boneworks. It still definitely works well enough to support a story game, but it doesn't feel as grounded or as consistent as it should. There's a climbing mechanic, which is pretty fun. You have two hooks that when you dig into a surface, the other gets released. I just thought I'd include that. So is Arken Age actually a good game? Yeah, it's got its flaws, but it's a good step in the right direction. I definitely will be playing this game more in the future, and I want to see more like it. This has been a short video, but if you enjoyed, sub. I'm trying to hit 2K. Peace.